Week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Lions and the Vikings, just ahead on EA Sports.
U.S. Bank Stadium. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, it's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Lions.
Let's go now.
Swift going to try up the middle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, I'm carrying 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Here we go. Here we go. First down.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early game.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt, You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Swift again on second down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is Swift on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now back to throw. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a good call there. That brings up 4th. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Andy Janovich taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So a very tight first half.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Charles, that'll be it. Adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
To throw, Brissett. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Haskins will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Mariota now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And some space here.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Off the play fake, Mariota. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 19. The 34-yard.
Throwing is Mariota.
That caught by Tremble. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll try and run forward Janovich. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
Haskins with a run to begin the drive.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line, Brissett. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this out past the 25. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Haskins now on 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Haskins.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett.
And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is no good. He missed it. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, and left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
To throw, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. Keep in mind, no overtime in the preseason, so without getting ahead of ourselves, we'll likely see it. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Patterson now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Brissett. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Brissett. And this one is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more step.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this game will remain tied. So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions.